Like, for example, Hyles College, the Jericho plan. It's a predatory lending scheme. If you don't finish college, you owe all these penalties and fees, and you have to pay interest on the money. And basically, First Baptist Church of Hammond is now in the usury business. I mean, look up the Jericho plan. But you got to read the fine print, my friend. You read the fine print, and what happens is you don't pay it off in the right amount of time. You don't finish college, and all of a sudden you're paying fees, finance charges, interest rates to a church. First Baptist Church of Hammond. How's that go? You're paying interest to a church. You know, and it's a predatory lending where I saw one brochure they put out, didn't even have the fine print explaining all this. And then another brochure they put out, one to the pastors, explained the fine print about how you're going to owe all this money if you do it wrong, okay, in this Jericho plan of Bible college. And then I noticed that in the one that you're supposed to give to your people, because I got this in the mail, like this one's for the pastor, and this is the one you hand out to your people. The one you hand out to the people did not even have the fine print, like explaining the liabilities of not following the plan properly, how you're going to owe. Like you're sitting in church, and you hear Dr. Scott say something really weird, like that Joseph was 80 years old when he married Mary. That's what he preached recently. He said Joseph was 80 years old and Mary was probably similar age. How'd they have 7 more kids after Jesus? That guy was that old rascal. You know, he's 100 years old and he's still going strong. He said that Joseph and Mary, we picture a young couple. But if you study history, you study the historical record, you'll find out that Joseph was actually 80 years old minimum. And that Mary was, you know, he said Mary was ugly and her hair was falling out, and that's why she could only find an 80-year-old to marry her. And they went to the inn, and the innkeeper he thought it was weird, and you know. But let's say you're a Bible college student listening to this, and you just say, you know, I think I just need to go somewhere and just hear like the Bible preached. Amen. Okay, but then you're like, well, wait a minute though. All those finance charges are going to kick in. And poor little Bible college student is going to end up paying all these fees and charges and penalties, and it's a scam. And God help us when the church has become a predatory lender. Or a lender at all. Amen. Since when are churches in the banking business? You know, I mean, I guess everybody wants in on the action. You know, the U.S. government wants to be a banker. The churches want to be bankers. Bible colleges want to. I don't want to be a banker. I want to go work and make money. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be a banker. I don't want to be a usurer. And basically, what we've got today is, you know, it starts when the church starts selling merchandise. That's where it starts. It starts out just selling merchandise. Books, CDs. Next thing you know, there's a Starbucks in the lobby, literally. We proudly serve Starbucks coffee. This is independent fundamental Baptist churches. So it goes from the church bookstore to a coffee shop. And then it goes from a coffee shop to, hey, why don't we go into the lending business? You know, now that AIG and all, you know, well, let's get into this. And maybe we can even get more kids to come to our Bible college. We won't show them the fine print. We'll just tell them it's all free. We'll just tell them it's all loaned to them, and they don't even have to pay it back. They just have to pay, you know, a couple fees, you know, 3 easy payments, whatever. And God forbid it that we as people of Faithful Word Baptist Church would ever be tempted to say, I want to get into this financial industry in order to make money because of the fact that, you know, it's an easy way to multiply money and it's like a scheme to get rich.